ahead. They're very close. Waters shoulder to shoulder, head to head, nose to nose. Free house, Silver Charles, Captain Budget. Oh, it's close.
And hello, welcome to another Laurel Park Weekly. We're live here by the historic Laurel Park paddock. This is our Thanksgiving Day edition of Laurel Park Weekly, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you can join us out here today, live racing at Laurel Park today as we kick off the holiday weekend. Nobody does Thanksgiving better than us here at Laurel Park. For Ty Ellis, Dave Robin, I'm Stan Salter. That's right, the pies are here. As our famous pie promotion, our pie giveaway on Thanksgiving Day. Been going on since the 80s, and we'll have a big crowd out here today. Everybody can take home a pumpkin or apple pie for Thanksgiving Day. Great racing card. We'll show you some big races this weekend. Also, we'll recap last weekend, but the pies are the story of this morning so far.
Yeah, it's our first two-horse race of the day, a match race. What do you want, apple or a pumpkin? You've got to make that decision coming out to Laurel Park for our pie giveaway. I think apple right now is slicing through at the rail there, Ty.
I think they're going to go off as a favorite.
No,
yeah, they're getting ready up in the clubhouse and grandstand entrance, and big crowd as normal on Thanksgiving Day.
I'll go for pumpkin in the upset by a neck over apple.
All right, I'll go with the pumpkin as well.
Okay.
Pumpkin in the pie race today. All right, let's show you some big races from last weekend here at Laurel Park as we recap some exciting performances we saw. Let's start last Friday in our local recap. Trainer Tim Keefe had a big weekend last weekend. He had a good-looking debut winner here last Friday, still having fun. A Maryland-bred 2-year-old by Old Fashioned. This was his first try, his first start last Friday. Let's show you the race if we have it. Fergal Lynch was aboard for trainer Timmy Keefe. Here's still having fun. This is a Maryland bred, another talented Maryland bred. The Maryland bred juvenile races in December shaping up to be some nice races. Still having fun. Very impressive last Friday.
First out, but plenty of room for improvement. He broke a beat slow from the gate, started a kind of a sustained run on that turn, a bit on the left lead there at the 8th pole. Finally put it together when running hard to the wire for trainer Tim Keefe, who's having a really, really solid couple of weeks here at Laurel Park. He even had a runner-up finish, I believe, at a big price this weekend as well. So anything that Keefe Barnes sends out this Thanksgiving weekend worth an extra look.
Drew away impressively there, earned a 70 buyer in the race, which is pretty good for a race of this caliber. And Tim Keefe's got a colt to look forward to.
Yeah, 70 buyer. That's real nice for a debut winner here in Maryland. So keep your eye on still having fun. Maryland-bred 2-year-old by Old Fashioned. Good-looking debut win last Friday for trainer Tim Keefe. Well, I'll tell you what, Northern Eclipse has been a very nice claim for owner Toby Roth and trainer Hugh McMahon. They claimed this 5-year-old mare. They claimed her when she was 4 for $16,000 when she broke her maiden here at Laurel Park. They gave her the winner off, and since they made about $150,000 with her. They've won 4 times with her. Let's show you her win last Saturday here at Laurel Park, sprinting on the turf. If we have that, let's roll it here. Northern Eclipse, a $9 winner with Sheldon Russell aboard. What a nice claim this mare has been for trainer Hugh McMahon and owner Toby Roth.
Easy to spot orange color, block and colors there for Toby Roth, and she's always had her early speed, very tough, loves this Laurel course, and reverting back to her stakes winning form this past summer, Ty, and just really heads up ride there by Sheldon Russell to get her home. All out there pushing on her neck. They get her down there to win.
Yeah, and it was a game effort. BioTurf, the Dale Cap 1 horse, was surging on the outside. I think the turf course with a little bit of giving it helped out. I mentioned Buyer Speed. The horse earned an 81, which is a career high. The previous career high was a 79. So a good run right there by the winner, Northern Eclipse.
That was their 5th win over the Laurel Grass, so she'll probably get the winner off again, come back and make a bunch of money for him again next year. Let's show you a nice winner last Sunday. Very nice. This might be one of the performances of the weekend from last weekend. It's a good-looking 2-year-old colt by Tappet for trainer Larry Jones. A good-looking allowance win going a mile here at Laurel Park. Let's show you Believe in Royalty if we have it. This is the second win in a row going a mile here at Laurel Park. Daniel Centeno is aboard for the ride. Larry Jones goes down the fairgrounds. You can see this 2-year-old son of Tappet making some noise down there this winter in the Big Derby preps at the fairgrounds.
$900,000 yearling purchase, and we remember showing a maiden win here at Laurel and said it's got plenty of upside potential. This is a one-turn mile, kind of like a little workout for Believe in Royalty. He's got a pretty good cruising speed early in the race around the far turn. The opening quarter only 24.50, the half in 48.22. But that's not a really bad clocking for the one-turn mile here, and just kind of doing it on his own.
Right.
Yeah, 77 in the buyer, and actually went off as your second favorite in the horse. The Graham Motion Rivington went off as your slight favorite, so you got a bit of a price probably the last time. Against the said caliber of horses, but you can't miss the Tappets coming down the stretch that it would probably win by 5 or 6 lengths right there. And you mentioned point down south for a winter campaign down there.
Yeah, Larry brings a lot of those youngsters down to fairgrounds, so maybe the Louisiana Derby preps down the road for this runner. Believe in Royalty. Keep him on your list.
All right, nice, impressive win there. Larry Jones having a nice fall meet here at Laurel Park. All right, let's show you a win from last Monday. The 2-year-old fillies, nice 2-year-old filly allowance race last Monday, and Hey Nicky, 2-year-old filly by Include. She's a homebred for Barrington Jones, the governor down there in Kentucky. Let's show you Hey Nicky's win last Monday for trainer Tom Proctor. This is her second win in a row. She was a $4 winner with the apprentice Jose Bracho aboard. Looks like she'll probably be able to go longer down the road. Hey Nicky, good-looking winner last Monday here at Laurel.
Apprentice Jose Bracho coming off a good Delaware meet. She was even money and last down the back stretch. What do you think of that if you're playing her? And even at the quarter pole, it looked like she was really, really trying to get home. Just an ultra game, grind them out victory there. Hey, Nicky.
Yeah, I think Hey Nicky will actually improve with a little bit of more ground maybe at this one-turn mile that we have here because she really was finding her best stride late, and I think an increased distance is just going to help her more.
All right, so good-looking win there by Hey Nicky. All right, Thursday kicks off the 4-day race weekend. This weekend here at Laurel Park. Today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No Monday racing this week because we're running live here on Thanksgiving Day, but then the rest of the year we'll have live racing on Monday. We have a nice little carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6, a little over 3,600. That's going to start race 5 on the 10-race program today. We're giving away the pies today, and Guys Day Out tomorrow, and we have a real nice 3 other than on the card tomorrow. This is an upper-level allowance race going 5.5 on the turf. Let's show you My Enigma's win last out October 16th here at Laurel Park against 2 other than allowance company on a yielding turf course. So leading trainer Claudio Gonzalez has his 5-year-old chestnut gelding going in the right direction now. He likes a little give in the ground. He'll get that with the turf for this Friday. My Enigma is going to be one of the favorites here. My top pick in race 8 on Friday.
Yeah, his fourth win at Laurel here, and this is his second win of the distance on the turf. So will he get the same kind of setup? That's the big question, but he's got a good outside draw. Certainly one of the contenders. Maybe English Minister beaten favorite at Tis the Runner coming back to the sprint. He's only got 1 win on the Laurel turf and never really won at this distance, but he's a late closer. He was second in the Mr. Diz, was English Minister behind Flash Phelps back summer of this year, so you know he's got some quality.
Yeah, My Enigma I like, but the horse definitely needs something to run into, and I don't know what you're going to get in here. Uncle Huge is probably the only standout speed in here, so it could be a slowish pace for a 5.5 furlong race. Grandiflora from the inside could pose a bit of a threat. That's another late closer, though. So you might see a barrage of horses coming late, and it all depends who gets the best trip and who gets the best late kick there.
Yeah, Uncle Huge and a horse they call him the Kid, who hasn't shown much speed since the claim, but if he reverts back to some of his form from New Orleans back the winter of 2017, he could be tough as well. But Uncle Huge seems to be maybe speed of the speed there. You're right, Ty.
Yeah, it's a nice feature of the day. On Friday, we're giving away Preakness tickets, Baltimore football tickets, and some great racing on Friday, with the feature being a 3 other than allowance race going 5.5 on the turf. That's race 8 on Friday. We have 2 stake races for you this Saturday here at Laurel Park. If you like 2-year-olds, well, come to Laurel Park this Saturday. You'll see some nice 2-year-olds. Let's talk about the Donna Freyer. That's her 2-year-old filly. He's going 6 furlongs here this Saturday. It's a $50,000 purse. It's for horses that have spent 90 days down in South Carolina, so some nice 2-year-olds in here. And the favorites are likely going to be Wise Gal. Wise Gal undefeated on the Laurel grass. She broke her maiden here. Let's show you Wise Gal's win in the Salima. This was back on September 16th. She won by 4 1/4 here in the Salima. So she's undefeated on the turf here at Laurel Park. She tried going a mile up there in Aqueduct, and she didn't go too well up there. She was 15-1. Now she tries the dirt. She's the class of the race. Will she like the dirt, though?
Well, that's a big question. She's certainly just a really hard-trying filly, sprinting probably her game for now. They're going to give her time off after this race, rest her up, and maybe hope to stretch her out either on the dirt or the turf, perhaps both next year if she can handle the dirt this weekend.
I'll be really interested to see what Keith makes on the morning line. I haven't seen it. It hasn't come out yet, but obviously you got probably the 2 heavy favorites in here, nothing but have run on turf only, right. And this being on a dirt's going to be tough. So I'm going to go with Dial In. The filly from Dialed In broke the maiden impressively in Delaware. The second and third place winners came back to win that race. Finished second behind Take Charge Paula, 2 back at a stake at Delaware. I think this horse is going to be interesting, and I think you're probably going to get a price because Wise Gal is probably going to take most of the money in this race.
Right. The question is, will she handle the dirt on Saturday, Wise Gal?
All right, so that's there's 9 2-year-old fillies in the Donna Freyer, $50,000 stake for 2-year-old fillies. That's race 5 on Saturday. Let's talk about race 7 on Saturday, the Christopher Elzer Memorial for 2-year-olds, $50,000 purse. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track. This race attracted 11 2-year-olds in here, including Love's Last Dash. Let's show you his win last out here at Laurel Park against Maiden 40,000 Company. It's a well-bred 2-year-old by Not for Love. Good-looking win in his 3rd career start here for trainer Keith Nations. Edgar Prado, the Hall of Famer, named to ride Love's Last Dash this Saturday.
Yeah, this is a really good betting race. 3, 4, 5 horses perhaps with room for improvement here, including this Maryland bred by Not for Love, Love's Last Dash. This is a good length and a quarter victory over Just Warming Up. And Sparty, good effort, but I don't think he's much of a standout in this field. You got Jump Master in there and the Guadalupe Preciado barn, adding blinkers for the first time. He's kind of an intriguing speed horse who's got some bullet works coming into this race in the Chris Elzer Memorial for trainer Lupe Preciado. Jetty Acosta has him out. Final Blessing is a maiden, but gets Lasix first time, and a good effort, I thought, as a maiden against 30 claimers last time out. Kitchen Fire acted up in the gate last time out, Ty, for trainer Ron Potts in the James Lewis back, 13 days ago or so from that inside gate. You can toss that race. He was fractious. I could go on and on. Do you have any ideas?
Hidden Funds cutting back in distance could be tough in this race for Mike Pino.
Yeah, Jump Master. Dave touched on him. The son of Jumpstart. Adding blinkers, has gotten run down late in his first 2 starts. Still a maiden, hasn't broken the maiden, but a horse with adding the blinkers might have that focus a little bit later. The outside horse, Chinkapin. Chinkapin. All right, yeah, there you go. First 2 races were very impressive in the maiden. Hasn't run well lately, but I think if this horse reverts back to the early form in August and September, might be a bit of a price in here. But it's going to be.
Yeah, he's the Wise Gal of the race. His maiden win was on the turf, and he hasn't done much on the dirt. And though he was really up against it, probably in the Maryland Million Nursery, finds some restricted company here. That's a good play, perhaps, if he can handle dirt.
All right, so a nice big field here in the Christopher Elzer Memorial. That's race 7 on Saturday. Couple nice 2-year-old stakes for you on Saturday. Hope you can join us for the whole weekend. We're giving you the free Thanksgiving Day pie today, pumpkin or apple, your choice. Come on out and join us. And then Guys Day Out tomorrow on Friday. We're giving away Preakness tickets, Baltimore football tickets. Should be a big day out here, as always, the day after Thanksgiving.
I forgot to mention, too, vote for Ben's Cat, the Secretariat.com, the Vox Populi Award. He's up for the award this year, so get on there. And Maryland fans, Mid-Atlantic fans, Ben's Cat fans, go to Secretariat.com. Vote for him.
All right, good stuff. For Ty Ellis, Dave Robin, I'm Stan Salter, Laurel Park Weekly. Hope to see you out here on a nice Thanksgiving Day weekend.